Here we go. You ready?
I was going ready.
That's all right. Hello, everybody. So I'm live here today with Raymond
Amazato.
Amazato with a roll on the tongue.
Yeah, Amazato.
Amazato. And we're
Yeah.
here at in Gorley. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Okay.
We're here at Ngorley, an education center right off of Decker Boulevard. And so we're going to talk about a lot of things that I think the community needs to know about and definitely let you guys get introduced to Raymond and who he is and what he does. So Raymond, first of all, welcome to the Buzz.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for having me.
No problem. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself and Ngorley. What does Ngorley stand for?
Well, my name is Raymond Amazato. I'm from Togo and Ghana in West Africa. I'm a veteran, and I'm the founder of Ngoli organization. Ngoli means hope and future. It literally means there's a way forward. So there's hope and there's future. And we promote education in the areas of literacy, science, with African culture immersion. And we're just trying to link our identity with our children all over the world.
Okay.
And see how we can better our lives.
Okay, so what made you want to get into education? Is that something that's very important to you, or is it like you? I know you said that you were in the military. Did you go to school for this, or how did you get into wanting to deal with children in education?
Well, while I was growing up, I wanted to play soccer or football.
Okay.
And my parents were like, no, you will go to school. And then that was
Your
the end
parents.
of the, African story. That's the end of the story. And, I went to school, but, when I moved to America and, I look at the classrooms and how early childhood education is promoted and stuff like that. And I look back home, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So now, immediately I can see the difference, why Africa is where it is right now and how America or where America is, because it all, boils down to education.
Are we behind in education as compared to Africa, or?
No, America is advanced compared to Africa.
Okay, we're more advanced.
Yeah.
Why? What makes us more advanced?
Well, even the classroom, when I go to classrooms over here, I always tell myself, even if I can't read, I'll be forced to read. When you go to African classrooms, first of all, some of these kids have to walk like 10 miles, 5 miles to school. And there's no
walk 10 miles to
yeah,
school?
and there's no air conditions in these classrooms. So
wow.
And it's hot. So you're already hot, your temperature is up there. And on top of that, there's no food. So you hungry, you hot, and your classroom look crappy. And that's the end of your future. Because the environment, because in everything we do, the environment is very necessary. And we don't have the resources. And even here in America, if you go to certain neighborhoods or certain communities, they also have problems with the education. And we can relate to that, I can relate to that, being that I'm from Africa, and sometimes I can relate to the problems in the African American communities. So we have that similarities,
in Africa, there's the similar problems in the African American communities that
Yeah.
there are in the United States.
Yeah, I don't want to be negative and say maybe.
No, be real. It's not being
maybe
negative.
I'm trying to, nag about all these things. But if you go to the like the African American neighborhoods, that's where you find a lot of black people. So now, these are the similarities. If you go to Africa, a lot of black people. Now let's come to poverty. There's poverty in the African American community here in America.
Right.
There's poverty in Africa. Okay. The education, like in our schools in the African American community, is very, very bad. Our performance is very poor. You go to Africa, the same thing. So there's a lot of similarities. So we face the same problem in different environment, different country, but it's the same problem. And that's why we need to link our identity to see why are we behind in these areas.
Definitely, and education is one of the areas that we are big time behind in.
Big time.
Yes.
And that is that's the foundation of our problems. If we can solve that problem, we will be better.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's big.
So that's why education is big for you.
Education is big for me. I mean, knowledge is power.
That's right.
You know, I've said this before. I've been, I've been around the world, and I've seen the difference of how people that know how they react, how they perform. If you don't know, somebody will tell you how to do it.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's the part.
That's right. They will. Okay, so I know you went to school in the United States, correct?
Yeah.
You went into the military in the United States,
Yes,
correct?
yeah.
What made you go into the military?
Well, as a child, I always wanted to be in the army.
You did?
Yeah.
Travel?
So, travel, you know, not here, but just in general.
Do you have any kids?
Yeah, I have kids.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
Yeah,
How many kids do you have?
I have 4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay, boys, girls?
I got 2 girls, 2 boys.
Shout out to the kids.
Yeah.
Hey, kids.
Hi, kids.
Okay. And you went to the military. Were they born then or were they born afterwards?
In and out.
In and out.
In and out, yeah. In and out, yeah.
Okay.
1 out, 3 in.
Gotcha. Okay. And so after the military, you decided to do what?
Well, once I was in the military, you know, this pertains to people from third world countries, they call it, or from Africa. Every immigrant from Africa to Europe or to America is a philanthropist. Once you're out of your community or your family, you have to provide for that family. The fact that you're in America.
Philanthropist.
Yeah.
Define that.
Philanthropy is somebody that gives back to society, or
Okay.
somebody that gives in charity, or provide for the needy.
Okay.
So in Africa, or people from Mexico, or people from Haiti, from third world countries, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, down anybody, but
Right.
once you're out of that country and you are in America or Europe, you have to provide for your family and your community. So in doing that, I'm like, what can I do to help my community? With me, my grandfather is the founder of my community, Kisema. So not only do I have to provide for my family in some ways, not like provide for them everything, but in some ways, I also have to provide for my community.
Right.
So so you know, this is my community. Oh, you are in the army, you know, you are in the army, so everybody thinks I have money. So now you start getting the calls, like, can you help me do this? Can you help me do this? So I said, you know what? I will just concentrate on education. So I came up with Ingoli to promote education in my neighborhood. And then that's the journey. And I start promoting, building libraries, computer labs, giving scholarships, and school fees and all that stuff.
You were doing this?
I was doing that through Ingoli.
Okay.
Yeah, I was doing that personally, but to do it on a larger scale, I have to. So I was deploying to Afghanistan and using my deployment money to help people back home.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. That's big. That's big. A lot of people aren't thinking like that. Most people in the military are trying to buy nice cars and nice shoes and foreign things, but you were trying to promote education worldwide from where you were in Afghanistan.
Yeah, you know, if you know, this is when you know, in Africa, like people from America, you know, especially white people, when they come to Africa or when they travel, they don't go and stay. They learn and come back to better their country. But we Africans, because it's hard for us to get to America or to Europe, when we come, we stay.
Right.
And then we don't take the knowledge and the resources or whatever we've learned back to Africa.
Why? Why do we not do that? Why do you think that is how we are? Is it lack of education? Or is it just...
It's not lack of education. You see, let me give you an example. Right now, everybody's talking about war on the southern border of America. But there has always been war. For me to come to America, for anybody to come from Africa to go to Europe, like, it's even harder to go to heaven. You have to apply for visa. And applying for visa, you have to answer 20 million questions. Then you have to pay. You know, sometimes I don't understand it, but I'm not against it either, because that's the system. For you to get visa from America to go to Ghana or Africa, any part of Africa, is cheaper.
To get a visa from America.
As American, if you're supposed to, if you are to get a visa from here, from the Ghana embassy to go to Ghana, is cheaper for you than somebody who is in Ghana
to come to America.
But then, according to economists, according to ratings, America is richer than Ghana. So why are Ghanaians paying more to come here? So people are using their life savings to come to America. And also you have to provide a bank statement. You have to give all kind of data just to come to America. But any poor person can go from America to Africa and they are inspired and they come back to America and they are doing great. People travel to Africa to learn, to be inspired. We inspire people. But if Africans can have the same access, the same platform to travel to America, they'll be inspired and go back and change their communities. But this is not the case because of the barriers, the war. It's not a physical war, but it's just crazy what we have to go through to get visa to come to America. But anybody can come from here and go to Africa. You are poor, whatever. And then they come and they get inspired, they go back and they are doing great in their community.
What do you think inspires them when they go to Africa? If we have more, if America has more money and our education is better, what do you think, why aren't they inspired here? Why they got to go to Africa to get inspired?
The more you know, the better you become. It's like a book. The more you read, the more knowledgeable you are. So, for example, a lot of pastors go to Africa, missionary work. Okay, when they go to Africa, to them they are touching lives, but it's the opposite. They are being touched because you go to Africa and you do a program, 1,000 people will show up because you are American, because you are white. And for you think you are winning soul for Christ. But that is our culture. We love. We give. And also when you go to church and people are singing, people are dancing, you think because of your presence, we are touching you because now, wow, I went to Africa and I was able to get 1,000 people to show up and they were dancing and the Holy Spirit is moving and then you are inspired. Then you come back to America, you want to do more. But we don't have the same platform. Our pastors cannot come here to preach. Our people cannot come here to better themselves. But people are going to Africa to do research and different stuff. Can we come and do research over here? You have to go to 20 million things. You can go to Africa right now and report about Africa for your news feed or whatever. But somebody in Africa, a media house in Africa, have to go to 20 million things to come to America. So we don't tell our own stories.
So you're going to tell your own story today.
So it's different anyways.
It's sad. It sounds like people want to be able to come to your country and get what they need. They don't want you to be able to come over here and get what you need. And so I'm sure that's why you started in Gorley. Yeah,
to promote education. Because if we know that we can do better. Whilst I was in the army, traveling to Afghanistan, for example, Afghans are not bad people.
I don't think anybody's bad.
You see, but right now in the whole world...
Unless you do bad.
Yeah, even that. Because in the whole world, the people from the Middle East, Iraq, Afghanistan, they are known to be bad people. Okay, they are known to be terrorists. They are known to be this. Okay, when I'm in Afghanistan, and I'm banging on this door, shooting people in front of these kids, it's going to have effect on them. When we come back from Afghanistan as soldiers, right? We go and see psychiatrists. We go and see psychologists. We all got PTSDs. So those children in Afghanistan, they also need psychiatrists. They need psychologists. They also got PTSD. But
that makes sense. I never thought about that.
Yeah. Because people don't see that aspect of things.
I've never been to Afghanistan, so I don't know. Only thing I know is what I see on TV, and I grew up with a grandmother that told me never to believe anything that you see on TV. So I didn't know that though. So are you saying that might be some of the reason why they're like blowing things up?
Of course, if I'm a child and somebody, good or bad, I don't know my father is bad or good, and then somebody just pop the door kill my father, and just go away and say my father is a bad guy. Right now, I was there. I've seen that, and it's going to have effect on me mentally. So now, even American soldiers come back, and we go and see psychiatrists. Even see the suicide rate in America within the veteran community. So now we've been in Afghanistan, Iraq, and all these places forever. So all we are doing is producing children with PTSD and stuff like that. But nobody cares about it. So now this kid got PTSD. He want to avenge the death of the father because he don't know better. And they will tag them bad people. They want to kill us. They are bad people. No, they are not bad. They have mental problems. When people kill in America, oh, these people, they have mental problems. What about the kids in Afghanistan? What about the kids in Iraq? But education. So they attack bad people. They are not. We need to know.
They don't have the resources.
They don't have the resources.
They don't have if they had a psychologist or somebody to tell them or work out their problems like we did, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing, is what you're saying.
Do you know, if some of these girls, right, their parents are, when they kill their parent, we got men like 70-year-old getting married to a 15-year-old, a 7-year-old female child.
It's disgusting.
So we have enslaved them forever. And they have, on top of that, their brothers have psychological problems. They are crazy. And on top of that, we tag them bad people. And on top of that, they cannot travel outside their country because recently Muslims was banned to come to America. They have this thing going on political that Muslims, some Muslim countries, people from those countries cannot come to America. So we made them crazy, we tagged them, and now they cannot come here. So this is not about politics, but this is about something.
But this is really needed and is needed. You definitely opened my eyes to something, so I'm sure some of our viewers are definitely in awe too, because you don't think about that, and what you see on TV does kind of persuade you to think like these people are crazy. There's even YouTube videos with like a Afghan man, and he'll go and throw a bag next to some people and then take off running. And if they look at him and see that he's got on, robes and things of that nature, they automatically assume that what's in the bag is a bomb.
It's a bomb.
Yeah.
That is stereotype. Even before,
it is stereotyping, yeah.
When I was coming to America, I was told that if you come to America and you want to succeed, don't deal with black people.
There's a cord in that bag. Excuse me one second. There's a cord in that bag. I'm sorry, in that bag. Can you plug that camera up for me? Because this is good. We want to keep going.
Yeah. So, I mean...
Thank you, Aunt Lisa. My aunt in Washington or in the Maryland area, she said that this is a really good interview and to keep going. And
thank you.
People can comment and we'll answer some questions. No, it's gonna be a black cord. I'm gonna give me 1 second. Excuse me, everybody. We gotta plug it up. Might be in that one. But yeah, I'm listening to you though. You got people watching you there too.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that we need to learn, and we need to do better, as a society.
Yeah, we definitely do. As a people in whole, we need to do better. I don't know what I did with it. I'm not gonna worry about it right now though. But anyway. All right, so let's get to the meat and potatoes of it, though. So, what's the mission of Engorling? What do you want to? I know that you're. I need to let people know this too, because I know you're located here in Columbia, South Carolina, off of Decker Boulevard, and then you've got 2 other locations.
Yeah,
correct?
I'm all over Ghana.
Okay.
And we have a program in Watford in the UK.
Whiteford.
Watford. This is WATFORD.
Watford.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I said, yeah.
I got you. Okay, and the goal of Ngoli, I know you're trying to link.
Is linking our identity. How do I link underserved children in Africa with their counterpart in America and with that of Europe? And then later on maybe go to Afghanistan. Because when underserved children come together, they can be powerful because they can do away with this stereotype. If you go on TV right now, they show African kids that all African kids need help, nutrition.
They got big bellies.
Yeah.
They are.
You see, it's all about marketing. You see, so.
But is that what's really going on?
No, I mean, what the people need is not given to the people. You know, I don't want to be negative, but for example, Bill Gates. What is Bill Gates known for?
Apple.
Microsoft.
Microsoft. Yeah, I'm
Microsoft.
sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
Yeah.
So computers.
Uh-huh.
What do Africans need?
Technology.
Technology. But Bill Gates is in Africa killing mosquitoes, promoting healthcare and all that stuff, doing researches and all that stuff. Okay, if we have the technology.
I don't mean to laugh what you said.
Yeah.
I'm just you're right though. Killing mosquitoes. Who crap needs mosquitoes killed? I mean,
if we go to school,
things.
If we go to school, we can kill our own mosquitoes.
Right.
If we go to school, we can do our own research. So people are coming to Africa pretending they are solving our own problem, but they are not solving the problem.
Because they're not giving you the things that you need.
We need. Bill Gates is known, Microsoft is known for technology. Africa needs technology. Africa needs classrooms to be better. And you are here telling me you're doing research with your people from America, not my people. We give that data. You use us as a guinea pig. And in the name of changing Africa, how are you going to change Africa?
So Africa is still being oppressed.
Exactly. So people, you know, when I was young, World Vision International built this beautiful school in my village. I was very, very, very happy. But when I came to America, I know there's a problem because the school has no library, no computer lab or anything. So if you don't have a library, that means having a car with
We
no
are
engine.
on 6%. I've got to find that cord. I've got to. I know it's not. Yep. We're gonna take a break, you guys. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. More with you, girlie. We gotta keep it going, but I gotta plug this camera up. Our battery is low, and this is a really good conversation. So see you guys in a moment.